our judges? Alistair's still writing. Good. That's good. That's great. I've also discovered already that 3 minutes is just enough time for me to check my lipstick. So you're not going to have to put up with me looking completely doggy at any point during the evening. I can do it, which is good. Is anybody else middle-aged enough to need to carry a compact and check their makeup all the time? Yes, you are. You're too young. You just put your hand up for that. Because you know that at some point, because you pile it on, don't you? Is it just me? You pile it. And at some point it goes like that. I carry a little antique compact that used to belong to my grandmother, which is really cute. But I just looked in before and I went, oh my God, it's still got my grandmother's face in it. It's just... I don't even know how that works because I'm not good with physics and stuff. Is that quantum physics? I don't know how that works. What about you? What are you doing? What's happening with you? Good. Are we ready? Alistair, you're writing a thesis of your own. Still working. Nearly done? No pressure? Okay, all right. And Jan, you're all sorted? Yes, and my favourite, Ian, very handsome. God, I love a man with a beard. All right, number 2. Our second presenter tonight is Damien Whitten. He's from Hamilton and he's with the Faculty of Education. His title of his thesis is Understanding and Enhancing Adult Learners' Beliefs About Mathematics. While in school, many students develop negative beliefs about mathematics, and unfortunately those beliefs persist into adulthood and influence how adults engage in numeracy instruction in the tertiary sector. To tell us more about that, please welcome Damien Whitten.
Aaron hates maths. It makes him feel dumb. When I interviewed him, he said that he spent his school days at the back of the class, avoiding the attention of the teacher. And his secret from family and teachers alike is that since he started high school maths, he slowly stopped understanding anything. His worst moment was at 15, when the teacher saw him copying and asked him to solve a problem on the board. And as he approached the board, all those feelings of dread eroded his ability to think, and he froze. Frustrated and embarrassed, he stormed out of the class and never returned. So now at 23, Aaron's perception of failure is tied up with his self-identity, and his beliefs about himself and mathematics have become part of the architecture of his mind. You see, while we were at maths at school, we were also learning lessons about what maths is, how maths is learned, and what it means to be good or bad at maths. And for Aaron, this has simply evoked feelings of inadequacy and shame. And that is why he has avoided maths like the plague until this year. See, recent research has revealed that hundreds of thousands of young New Zealand adults have both poor numeracy and negative beliefs about the topic. And that puts them at risk from some very nasty social and economic outcomes. And as a response, the government has mandated that numeracy instruction be included in every entry-level vocational course. So every day in New Zealand, tens of thousands of Aarons enter numeracy classrooms and reconfront the very environments they fear. Well, my research explores how adults' beliefs influences their engagement with mathematical content, tutors, resources, and each other. And it seeks to improve beliefs in order to reignite the learning potential inherent in people like Aaron. Well, my research has found that Aaron's story is anything but unique. Many adults experience the numeracy classroom as a dangerous environment, and it has a really damning effect on the level of engagement and the quality of thinking that occurs. And worse, it's contagious. So the negative beliefs and attitudes are quickly picked up by the group and reinforced. Beliefs about mathematics have ramifications that go beyond just maths. They cut to the heart of who people are and what they believe they're capable of. By improving beliefs, we can re-engage people like Aaron with mathematics. And imagine the impact on Aaron and his family when he discovers he can learn maths and begins to experience feelings of joy, of success, potentially life-changing. Thank you.
Yeah, nice. Damien Whitten, ladies and gentlemen, how was that? Did he stay inside? 17 seconds. So he could have done a little tap dance, could have snippet of a song. Anybody else in the room frightened of numbers? You are. Were you frightened by a number as a small child? That happens, doesn't it? I love numbers. One of my favourite things is doing a GST return. Really, I really do. I think because, most of my life is walking into a room full of people I've never seen and trying to work out what makes them laugh. So if I can be confronted with some columns on a spreadsheet that might add up to something that I was expecting, I'm just thrilled. Occasionally for a gig, I just wish I could go out and, multiply something by 3 and divide it by 23 and people would be impressed with me. There are 3 accountants in the room. That's how you work out what the GST content is of something. Did you know that? So 15% GST, there's the gross number, and then you add 15% to it. But when you pay $2.73 for something, if you want to know what the GST content of it is, I don't know why I'm telling you this, hurry up judges, is the way to work out the GST content is to multiply it by 3 and divide it by 23. See, to me, that's witchcraft. Because it works every time, and I don't know why. I have no idea why that works. None of those numbers has anything to do with 15. It's fabulous.